What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead, click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, you want to get yourself some gear, you can click on the link in the description. If you want to join the channel, become an official member, not just a subscriber, you can click on the link. That's if you're on the Willie D Live channel on YouTube. We do have guests today from Facebook, and we're also simulcasting on the Certified TV channel on YouTube. Going straight in, fam. So the first of two memorials for DMX happened today at Barclays Center in New York. Interesting memorial. A lot of singing, a whole lot of singing. The singing was good. It was real good. I like when the kids came out. The kids came out. It was a lot of them. I think it was a lot of them, but I liked it. You know, I liked how they expressed themselves. Each one of them, not all of them spoke, but you know, I think about three or four of the kids spoke, and you know, it's beautiful to see the love that they had for their father, to see them express themselves, especially at such a young age. It was beautiful to see the young son, his oldest son, I believe, express himself, because I remember when he was on that show, that lady, I think Ayanla or something like that, the Fix My Life lady. When he was on that show, he was bumping heads with DMX. It was a lot of tension, a lot of disrespect being displayed. And it was beautiful to see him salute his dad in that way, be there for him, and you know, speak in such an affirmative manner. Because oftentimes, you know, man, when family is ripping, man, it's like, man, somebody die and they just turn all the way up even more. So it was beautiful to see that. It makes me believe that he and DMX had made peace before DMX died. He said that DMX taught him a lot of things. It taught him, you know, how to love deeper. He said that DMX taught him how to always say thank you, and no matter where you are, no matter where you go, there's a blessing. And he said he taught him to be kind to everyone. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. His daughter, I think the one that I saw rapping, I think she got like a rap career starting. She did a rap. It was a spinoff of DMX's Slipping song. And she was saying, I'm learning to hold my head up. And that was beautiful. That was worthy of a standing ovation. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The Lock spoke, you know, Styles, Jada, Eve spoke. The the founding members of the Rough Riders spoke. Very emotional. And Swizz Beatz spoke. I actually prefer a service like that over the standard 2 songs, somebody come in and say a few words, then 2 songs, somebody say something, 2 songs, somebody, you know, like, I kind of prefer that. And I also like the fact that that wasn't some stranger up there talking. like delivering the eulogy. You know, I think a eulogy should be delivered by somebody who knew you personally, who has intimate knowledge of you as a person. I saw Al Sharpton's eulogizing, what's his name, Dante Wright. And, you know, hey, it's what a family wants, you know. But I know for me, man, I want somebody that know me speaking on my behalf, that's speaking, telling the people what kind of person I was. I want somebody who knows me. So I know that the second service will probably have an all-out eulogy, somebody speaking. It'll probably be more formal like that. But I actually like this structure better. And I thought it was also less depressing, you know. And I say less depressing, but it was still, damn, it was depressing. Still, it was depressing. You know, the whole time I'm watching the service, I'm staring at the casket, and I know DMX is inside of that casket. And it's just heart-wrenching, you know. I did like the production part where it almost looked like a movie when his body was being brought to the arena. You know, they had the drones filming from the top. You know, you could looking down on the city streets and the bridge, and the monster truck that carried his body was going through traffic, seeing all the Rough Riders out there on the street, in the parking lot. Beautiful. That kind of support is beautiful. And I didn't expect anything less. Now, Swizz Beatz spoke. And Swizz said something that a lot of people have been saying, especially as of late. And he talked about how, you know, people are very supportive of X now, but they really wasn't when he was alive. He knew Swizz better. I mean, he knew DMX better than I did. So, you know, I respect his viewpoint, but from my viewpoint, from my vantage point, X always got love. He talked about how he said, you know, like, I just wish that people showed the same kind of love when he was alive. Like, I wish people showed up, you know, when he was alive. He said everybody calling, asking for tickets and talking about who they are. DMX was a star. So if DMX came to town, people called and asked for tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't understand that piece. I don't get that piece. Now, of course, it's in more of abundance now because he's dead. It's a finality. It brings a finality. And this is everybody's last opportunity to make some type of statement, show some type of public display of love for DMX. You know, everybody got a story to tell, and so it's like it's almost like, okay, look, I celebrate you, I love you, but today is your birthday. This is your special day. So, you know, I'm showing up for your party. I'm here for your party, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna drink. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna reminisce. You know, it's your party. It's your birthday. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not different than the rest of the days of the week. You know, the rest of the days of the year. That brings a finality. So people are more emotional, and people are more ready to celebrate the life of DMX or any deceased person. They're more ready to do what they do for the family, you know, because they know this is the last opportunity. So I just have a slightly different take. I do understand that there are people out there with fake love, but when I die, I want all the love. Bring me the fake love and the real love. I don't give a damn. I mean, I'm down with the real love, don't get me wrong. But the fake love that's what come with the territory. You don't have to be famous for a person to show you fake love when you die. I've seen it, you know, throughout my life where just regular people die and somebody showing up at the funeral, crying and going crazy and, you know, turning cartwheels and just losing their mind when somebody died. And they know they wasn't there for that person. You know, they just sit there crying and they are upset and mad at everybody. But a lot of times that be guilt. You know, people looking for somebody to blame. You know, people be mad. Now, there are some people who are authentically upset and, you know, who was there for the person. They were there and they're upset and they're angry. I get that. And some of those people are correct in their assessment as far as how people are behaving with their loved one. But others be upset because they wasn't really there for that loved one. They really wasn't supportive of that person. They wasn't going all out. Now when the person died, they the first one to go get a t-shirt and put on a t-shirt. Calling the mama, calling the wife or the girlfriend, hey, let me know if I can do something. They ain't never made that call before. So I get that, you know, it's you know, I think you take the good with the bad, but the bottom line is that when you are a public figure, especially, you know, people do that for regular people, but if you're a public figure, that come with the territory. Just like people coming to your concert when you hot, come with the territory. If you look at celebrities across the board, when you're super hot, people are coming to the show. They want all the memorabilia. You know, you show up for an appearance. Everybody's there. You got an autograph signing. Everybody all over you. And then as your star starts to fall and you're not as hot as you used to be, there is no hoopla. Maybe you still have a certain amount of attraction and you can still do shows or make money and stuff like that. And you're still going to always be famous, but you'll never have that same type of popularity. It's not the same. You know, the hoopla, the fuss over you is not the same. That comes with the territory when you are a celebrity. At all of these football players, basketball players, baseball players who worth millions of dollars. And when they're hot, when they're on TV every day, people going crazy. When they're not, people be walking right by them. There's only like a couple dudes who has retired, like the Jordans, you know, who can really command the same amount of hoopla he did. Well, I ain't gonna say the same amount, but it's close as it was when he was in his prime. I remember being in the club one night with Moses Malone, who used to play for the Houston Rockets. He's a Hall of Fame basketball player. If you don't know him, look him up. And well, let me start from the beginning. Moses used to date. Well, Moses' wife was the sister of a woman who lived near me, like in the same apartment complex. So I used to see him come through every now and then, you know, in the big body Mercedes Benz or whatever in the hood. And I would, this is the height of Moses Malone. This is when Moses Malone was Mr. Houston, you know, like, you know, slamming on anybody, scoring over anybody, getting the rebound over anybody. I mean, Moses Malone was the man. He was, you know, Mr. Houston. You know, he basically owned the damn Rockets. So in his prime, people were all over him. He couldn't even go nowhere in the city without people making a big old huge fuss over him. You know, people running behind him, all kind of stuff. He had to really, really watch how he moved around. He always had he had to have a bunch of security. And this is a big old dude, but he had to have a bunch of security to keep people at a safe distance. Stop them from hurting him and him from hurting them. Well, years later, after Moses retired, I was in the club with him. And I recall Moses just sitting at the table. Now, we wasn't together. I was in the club and he was in the club, okay? So, but Moses was sitting at the table by himself, just kind of like this. And I'm sitting back watching. I'm watching the action. And I'm watching the little girls come through in and out, and they're like all over these dudes, you know, that's in the club, some of the hot boys in the club, you know, whoever the hottest celebrity was at that time, like some of the newer basketball players and stuff, like they all over them, right? Now, Moses is a Hall of Famer. And he still had paper, you know, tens of millions of dollars. Still had tens of millions of dollars. But because he wasn't on TV every day, people were walking right by him. I'm sure a lot of people didn't even know who he was. Because this was probably about maybe 10 years after his retirement. A lot of people didn't even know who he was. So I'm sitting back and I'm like, man, I mean, just a few years ago, man, Moses, I mean, they would have had to shut this place down for him to just be able to walk in and sit at a table by himself. And now people just walking by him like, you know, like he's just a regular dude. And this is a bona fide Hall of Fame legend sitting right here at this table. And they just walking by. And the trip part is that I was watching the girls and they were like swarming over some of these dudes who just average dudes. They really ain't no code. They not going to the Hall of Fame. They're not going to be considered legends. But it amazed me because, like I said, before that night and in the past, I see women all over trying to get at Moses Malone. It's all over him trying to get at him. I mean, you know, I didn't see him doing anything inappropriate, but I just saw the women just flanking him, you know, just all over him. So I said that to say, man, everybody got a time where people are like, where they're at their peak, if they're a celebrity, where they're going to be at their peak and people are all over them. It's not going to ever be consistent with how it was when you were at your peak in your prime. However, DMX remained DMX until the day he died. Not just a celebrity, not just a famous person, not just an icon, but someone who could still draw crowds and who still could create fan pandemonium. Because many other people in his later days who came to see DMX were real DMX fans. And that's actually one of the beauties of getting up in age and still being able to rock a stage, because now you've weeded all of the, what do you call them? What do you call people that are just there for the moment? I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word that's used. But you know, but you've weeded all of those fickle people out. The ones who are just, you know how people just go to a concert because everybody else is going. They don't even know what the artist's saying, but they just know it's a hot concert and everybody gonna be there, so they gonna go. They going. Well, you weed all those people out in the later years. Now the people that's there are, yeah, fair weather is the word I'm looking for. Thank you, star status, Chris. Yeah, fair weather friend. Yeah, fair weather fans. You've weeded all of them out. Now, when people come to the show, it's bona fide fans, and they going crazy. So where you might have you know, instead of having 20,000 people, you got 1,000, you know, instead of having 20,000, you know, fans of all, levels or whatever. Now you got 1,000 bona fide, hard hitting fans that, man, that you everything to them. See, that's what DMX had. He still had that till the day he died. So I really don't understand what a lot of these people are saying about DMX and people showing DMX fake love. DMX had love for real. And I don't know any celebrities who are not a fan of DMX. I personally don't know any. Now, it might be a few youngsters out there that may not be a fan or whatever, because they think hip hop started in 2017. But DMX, shit, I don't know any dudes, especially contemporaries. I don't know anybody, that's been a celebrity over the last 20 years or so that's not a fan of DMX. So it comes with the territory, fam. I'm just not going to put a lot of stock in it. I do like what Swizz said when he said that I'm going to take care of his family. I'm going to make sure his kids are straight. And I believe him. He said, I'm going to make sure my brother kids are straight. I'm going to make sure they straight, and for you celebrities out there, make sure you do a will. You don't want, you want to make sure that you don't have these blood suckers fighting over your estate. You want the people that love you handling your business. You see? And, that's why I move a certain way, handle mine a certain way. Now, it's automatic, It's automatic how mine going down. But fake love, hey man, we all gonna get some fake love. I mean, I don't even trip on fake love like that. I just don't. It don't really matter because I put people in categories. If you fake love, I already know you put it over there. It don't even matter. I ain't tripping on you. You're really worth my energy. So I don't really pay a lot of attention to that. I remember when I left the Ghetto Boys, and when I first left the Ghetto Boys, man, my career took a hit. I was still getting money, but my career took a hit. I remember I went to the radio station and tried to do a show. And the program director, whom I won't name at this moment, that's for the book. The program director told me, okay, when I call him to confirm, he don't answer the phone. I call this man I call his direct line. No answer. He don't call me back. I probably called him about 3-4 times. So I said, okay, well, you don't want to do the show. But I knew what I had coming up. So I said, I'll just wait. Once, when I got back with the Ghetto Boys, I called my buddy at USA Today, and he told me that Ghetto Boys was debuting #1. I told him to send me the article. So he sends it to me. He overnights it. I go up to the radio station with the article. I say, yeah, man. I say, man, yeah, Ghetto Boys debuting #1, right? He say, oh, really? I say, yeah. I say, yeah, #1. He say, yeah, number one on the Hot 100s. The #1, not hip hop, not R&B, 100. He said, oh man, that's good, Willie, that's good. I say, yeah, man, I still want to do that show though, man. He said, well, when you want to do it? How many days a week? How many hours? What's the name of it? What are you gonna call it? You see? But I knew he was gonna do that because that's how people are. So I didn't trip. I didn't trip. I just, you know, I used my leverage and kept it moving. The same way, that's how people are when you have a hit record out. You know, anytime you got a hit record and your song is being played on the radio consistently, everybody all over you. Everybody want to holler at you. Yeah. You know, walk into the club, man, you come out of the club with 200 business cards. Everybody want to do something. Record ain't playing, it scales all the way back. So same way with people asking for autographs and pictures or whatever. You know, I go places, people ask for autograph, pictures or whatever. And, you know, I'm always, you know, gracious about something like that. But when there's a song out or there's something major happening, man, it's just night and day, people all over you. And some people get offended by that. I don't. I just know that's how people are. I remember Michael Jackson had a song called, in the song, I can't remember the name of the song. Maybe the name of the song is the words, but the song went like, everybody loves a star when he's on the top, but nobody ever comes around when he starts to drop. That's life. That's how people are. If you internalize stuff like that, man, you're going to drink yourself, you're going to smoke yourself, you're going to shoot up yourself to death worrying about people like that. I don't put that kind of energy in people. You know, if you with me, I put my energy into the people that's with me. The rest of them, man, you know, I don't put energy into them like that. Like, it's cool, but you know, and even like with success right now, I keep it even. You know, I don't get too high on success. I don't get too low on success. You know, I don't get too high on compliments. I don't get too low on criticism. You know, I keep it even keel. Going into the comments. What's that? Feli on Demand? Willie, I've literally been a fan since my childhood. As a Houstonian, I'm very appreciative that you provide content like this. I could listen to you talk for hours. LOL, you're literally an uncle in my head. Yeah, that's what's up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. That's the ultimate compliment, fam. That's the ultimate compliment. Put it on there so everybody can see. That's the ultimate compliment for me because, you know, before I started making records, I used to listen to Stevie Wonder. And Stevie Wonder talked me off the ledge more than a few times. Stevie Wonder probably saved some people's lives, you know, that was, you know, in reach. And I always said, I said, man, if I get a chance, not if, but when I get a chance, I am going to be the voice for the voiceless. I'm going to speak on these issues that other people are afraid to speak on. I'm not biting my tongue. I'm not scratching where I don't itch. I'm not dancing on command. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100, and I'm gonna put information out there to try to help people through the day. Try to help people navigate through this wicked world. So I'm built for it. That's why when the detractors come, when the suckers and the uncivilized mutts and the haters, that include Black people, you know, because there's a lot of Black uncivilized mutts too, who focus on people like me because, you know, they really are agents. You know, they'll look at somebody like me and be like, oh, he just try to pick me apart, right? And, you know, because their whole hustle is to keep Black people codependent. Their whole hustle is to just blame somebody else for everything. You know, just complain, blame, complain, blame, complain, blame. They don't never offer no real meaningful solution, nothing. They just complain and blame. That's what they do. And it's dummies out there that get them money to do that. So I feel like everybody have a right to complain. If you feel like you've been done wrong, you have a right to complain. But after you complain, do something about it. Hakeem J. What's up, Hakeem J? Feet Funkerstein. Feet Funkerson. Andrew Evans say the whole event was fake love. How is the whole event? You talking about the funeral? Nah, man, don't say that. That whole event wasn't fake love. His kids were there. You know, he had family members there. He had friends who he got people that he had been friends with for 20-something plus years. How is that fake love? How is the whole event fake? Now, Kanye probably been fake. He probably was the fakest one there. But and the singers, they were there to do a job. The thing about it, as far as me, fam, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm the last person that'll show fake love, because if I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't care who you are. You can be my family member. You can be my brother. If I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you in life or death. If I don't rock with you in life, I'm damn sure not going to rock with you in death. And I don't get paid to fake love. I don't get paid, you know. I'm my own man. Nobody owns me. I move like I want to move. I don't rock with nobody I don't feel like rocking with. And I don't have to rock with nobody. I'm self-made. If I don't rock with you in life, I'm not going to rock with you in death. I'm not going to say nice things about you. I'm not doing no fake crying. I'm not going to your funeral. I ain't doing none of that. And I don't give a damn who don't like it. I'm going to keep it 100. Why the hell would I? You know, other people can do what they want to do. But why would I come to your funeral if me and you don't like each other? If I don't like you, you don't like me. Why would I go to your funeral and have your people looking upside my head? You know, when somebody die, everybody looking to blame somebody already. Everybody mad and they want to blame somebody. It's got to be somebody else to blame. So everybody want to blame somebody. So they want. So I would be a prime target to blame, right? If I'm beefing with your people, or if I didn't like your people, me and your people didn't get along, I would be a good target, right? Well, you walk into a funeral, the deceased will more than likely have you outnumbered. His support is going to have you outnumbered. You put yourself in a bad situation. I don't like those type of numbers. I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation. Even if I had the numbers, if I can avoid conflict, I'm going to avoid conflict, because conflict is costly. Now, I don't mind if I got to go there. If I got to engage, I will engage, and I will go all out when once I engage, it's on. But I know me, you know, I'm going to go all the way. You know, I'm going to smash the gas. So this is why I try my best to just stay out of the way, do me, do my thing, get out, stay out of the way. Don't bother me. I won't bother you. You know? Ray Ray say, but what if it was a cousin that died you didn't like too much? What you mean, what if? Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about, ain't nothing to say about him. You know? I don't know why people think that once somebody died, they gotta be fake. Why they gotta act like this person was a saint. Why they gotta act like everything was beautiful with the person. I don't understand why people live those type of lies. You know? Hey, I'm not wired like that, fam. I mean, if that's what you do, if that's I say do what makes you sleep good. That wouldn't make me sleep good. I'm gonna keep it 100. I keep it a buck. What's up, Mike? Yeah, that wouldn't make me sleep good at all. I'm gonna keep it 100. But going back to DMX, man, I just, you know, DMX was one of those dudes. If you got a chance to see a DMX show, you would take that opportunity. Now, right now, DMX is the focal point. You know, everybody's like, it's on X right now because they know, I mean, this is farewell. So of course everybody's coming out, you know, and with that is going to be some fake love. We have to be, we got to be all right with that. You know, even if you ain't all right with that, you got to accept it because it ain't going to stop the person from showing fake love. I know artists who internalize that type of stuff. Oh, they don't love me for real. Yeah, who gives a damn if they love you for real or not, man? They paid $100 to see you. Who cares? You know, you sit there and drink yourself to death and worried about all this stuff that you can't control. Man, long as the people that you care about is rocking with you, man, that's all that really matters. People that you love, that's all really matter. Anybody else is icing on the cake. If you get anything outside of that, that's icing on the cake. If you got fans that are real diehard fans that's gonna rock with you, whether you hot or not, whether you give them a new album every year or not, whether you're on TV or not, they're gonna rock with you. If you got those fans, man, take that blessing and be cool with that. Even if you ain't got, but even you're an artist and you start out, you ain't got but 100 people that show up to your shows every time you do a show. Start with that 100 and be grateful for that 100, and know that there'll probably be, when the thousands and the thousands and the millions come, just be grateful for that 100. You know, and if it builds from there and other people grow to love you, then allow other people to love you. Allow other people to get to, you know, love your music and love you as an artist for bringing you that music. Give them that opportunity. Don't just be like, oh man, they only doing this because I'm famous and da-da-da. That's kind of the point of making music, right? Is to, you know, if you make the music, you know, everybody kind of want to be famous because otherwise you probably can't get to the money unless you become famous. So it's a double-edged sword. It goes with the territory. Black Warrior Spirit, what up? Yeah, it's like people, it's like you know, it's like being successful. Just to say you're not even an artist, just a regular person, but you're successful. And success can be defined many ways. I mean, like, you don't have to be a millionaire to be successful. You can be successful just going to school, being progressive, staying out of the way, man, that's success. You did. You can have success along the way to greater goals of success. But man, you can be successful, man, just being able to say, man, I have successfully avoided the penitentiary and they got it set up for me. And I have avoided these suckers by any means necessary. You can be a successful person just having a regular job for the city, for the county, having a regular job and, raising kids and being there for your babies. And you may not get them everything that they want, but you got them everything they need. That's success. This love wave. Cherie Jones. Absolutely haters and motivators. Absolutely. Be a hater. I got something for you. If you hate me, I'm going to make sure, it's going to be my job to make sure you hate me for the rest of your life. Because I am going to continue to win. And as long as I win, you're going to be upset. You're going to experience anxiety. You're going to be so stressed that hopefully someday in the near future, it kills your ass. So hate on. Come on with it. One thing about it, you can't have success without hate. You can't do it. Ain't no way you can please everybody. See, some people get caught up in trying to please everybody. So when the hate comes, they can't deal with it. They don't know how to compartmentalize the anger, the pain, the rejection. So they lose it. Jamar Williamson. What's up, Jamar? Yeah, we have to understand, fam, that we oftentimes we get too caught up in people who ain't doing shit. We get caught up we get caught up too often in people who ain't shit, who ain't by shit, who ain't gonna be shit. We get caught up way too often. We allow these type of people to have too much impact on our lives. You got to learn to take that in, compartmentalize it, put it over here, and keep it moving. If you get a chance to tap them on the ass every now and then, get them, but keep it moving. In the meantime, Rikers, been a fan since making trouble. When homie put me on to Texas hip hop, no fake love, keep being great. Absolutely. Appreciate you, King. Absolutely. Making trouble. First GB album. LT Willie D, you heard OJ and after LeBron defending the police. Yeah. OJ. Man, it's OJ. You know what I'm saying? OJ he ain't right. You know. OJ like the old dude in the hood. Well, not necessarily old dude, but just the dude in the hood. That dude in the hood that just be tripping. He just something ain't right in his head. It's something ain't right, you know. Like, yeah. That's what happens a lot of times when you try to play both sides of the fence. He knew what OJ said was right. I mean, he knew what LeBron was saying was right. Dexter Register, what's up, Dex? Appreciate you. Yeah, he knew, but he didn't. You know, he was trying to. I think OJ was just trying to get a few brownie points. You know. I think LeBron is going to be more appreciated after he get out of the NBA and later in life. You know, sadly, it'll probably take his death before everybody starts saying, "Man, what he did was groundbreaking." You know, to have that type of power, LeBron James could easily just fall back on his money and just kick it, like Jordan. Never become socially conscious, never speak on real issues, never make any type of sacrifice. He could just, you know, fall back. But my thing is, man, how much money you need to be a man? Because a lot of times people like to say, well, you know, man, get his money, man. You know what? Shut up, play basketball, man. That man making $50 million a year. What are he mad about? You know, like people are always equating happiness to money. They equate integrity to money. You know, these type of people are dangerous. Like, how much money you need to be a man, to be able to stand on two? How much money do you need before you actually stand on two? Because there's some dudes out there, they got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're always worried about not being accepted, not being able to get a deal, not being able to get some more money. Like, how many millions do you need to grow a sack? See, and the answer should be zero. That should be your answer. Because I don't give a damn if I'm talking to somebody who got $1 million opportunity and I'm flat broke, straight lint in my pocket. Depends on what they're talking about. I got to know what you're talking about. For some people, all you got to do is just keep raising the price. You can get them. You can buy them. Just keep that price up. They be like, "Can you do it for?" Would you do it for? It's like an auction. Would you do it for 1,000? What about 5,000? You know, what about 10,000? Would you do it for 10,000? Would you do it for 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 100,000? What about $1 million? $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, $50 million. Sold. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how they are, fam. You can auction off their convictions. Zero integrity. It's always come down to the money. Black power. What up? Chuck Diesel. What's up, Chuck Diesel? Thank you for everything you have done for hip hop. Appreciate you, Chuck Diesel. CD in the building. Chuck D. Which reminds me, another great icon, Chuck D. I got to get Chuck a call. I hadn't spoke with him in several weeks. I need to holler at Chuck. Every time I talk to Chuck D, I learn something new. Chuck D is that friend that you call and he's going deep and you don't really understand what he's saying, but you still be listening because you respect him and you know he know what he's talking about. That's Chuck D. Yeah. Shotgun Tube, what's up? Shotgun Tube. Cookie Nut. Think I'm slow. I ain't never rode a horse before. That's what's up. That's right. That's right. That's right. Cynthia Nathan coming through on the Cash App. Lisa Phelps coming through on the Cash App. John Wright coming through on the Cash App. Celeste Mitchell coming through on the Cash App. Clifford Edwards coming through on the Cash App. Marcus Cooper coming through on the Cash App. And Lynn Barber coming through on the Cash App. Appreciate y'all, fam. Cookie Nut. Hey, that was the first single off the Resurrection. That's when I came back to Ghetto Boys. Boy, I was ready, man. Boy, I was on one. You know, it's like it ain't nothing like an artist that go into the booth and feel like he got something to prove. I think I'm always at my best when I feel like I got something to prove. You go in there and you just be in there like you own the place and you know you got it all figured out. That music don't come out the same. I think you gotta go in that studio with a chip on your shoulder, you know. Got to put that weight of the world on you, and then you go in that thing and just open up, like, yeah, you know, yeah. John Wright says, thank you for the game, big homie. Somebody said DMX funeral was like a concert. Well, isn't most funerals like it seemed like to me most funerals are like a depressing concert, you know? Most funerals, I mean, like, come on, man, let's face it. Everybody come there to hear the sad song. Everybody go to the funeral, you be waiting on the song that's gonna bring the tears. Come on, fam. If that ain't a performance, I don't know what is. If that ain't a concert, I don't know what is. I mean, let's go back to our great-grandparents, our grandmamas and granddaddies when they died. Same thing, you know? People singing. I mean, you got who want to hear somebody sing that can't get down? I want to hear somebody gonna tear the roof off that bad boy. You know? Like, what would a funeral look like without singing? What would it look like without singing? Take away the singing, and then you just basically got a program. I mean, I guess it'd be okay. I would be cool with it either way. I would be cool. To be honest, I really don't care too much for the singing, really. You know, all that singing is I kind of like what how DMX stuff was laid out, you know, even with the singing, because the singing was so phenomenal. You know, I could listen to that type of stuff at a funeral. But most of these funerals I go to, the singing, you can kill it, you can leave it. I don't really care for it. I would rather hear from the people who knew the person best. I want to hear those people speak. And pretty much, I don't really need to hear nothing else. I don't even really need to hear a eulogy. Unless the person who is talking knows the deceased personally and have personal stories. I'm not talking about met them one time. I'm talking about really know them. I don't want to hear no cookie cutter eulogy. Somebody telling a story they done told at 50 funerals. I want to hear something customized for the deceased. Somebody on that podium talking about a person they knew intimately. I want to hear that person talk. And the eulogy don't have to be 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Hey man, give me 5 minutes of real. I'm good. I just want to hear something real. I don't like going to funerals and hearing people standing up that line. You know, like you got some people, man, when somebody died, it's like that person, it's like when they start talking about a person, they start describing somebody totally different. I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm like, because that ain't the person. Who the hell are you talking about? He has turned the person into a saint. Rhonda Gregory, yeah, I seen baby girl get down. Yeah. Yeah, I seen baby girl get down. She took care of her business. I have never performed at a funeral, and I don't intend to. I don't even like taking pictures at funerals, but sometimes I've been to a few funerals and I've done it just to not turn down the family, you know, because especially if it's a mother and she's grieving and she want to take a picture, it's like, how do you say no? You know? But I've always felt some type of way about taking pictures at funerals, you know? And people now are filming the person laying in the casket. You know, they show the whole thing like it's a video. They upload it to Facebook. I'm like, man. Yeah. The first time it happened to me, I was in the country in Louisiana. I went to a funeral with some for an in-law. And after the funeral, they were like, yo, kinfolk, let's get a picture. You know, and I'm like, a picture? Like, all right. Okay. Brooklyn, what up? 6521. I support the real, and the real has a name. His name is Willie D. Love you platform. Peace and blessings, brother. Absolutely, Brooke. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Somebody said that wasn't the funeral. The funeral is tomorrow. It was a viewing. It was a viewing, more like a wake or something, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it still was maybe not a funeral, but a memorial. It was still a memorial for his homegoing, right? So, yeah, yeah, it was a memorial, right? We got to correct that in the title. We'll get it straight. Appreciate that, real royalty. Yeah. Miss Sean, what's up? Love always wins. R.I.P. DMX. Appreciate you, fam. And it's really weird to me though that you got Black Rob, DMX, Shock G, Ecstasy, all died this year. I didn't know Black Rob personally. The other guys I did, and that's really spooky. You know what I'm saying? Like these are people that I had conversations with. People that I broke bread with. You know, and knowing that all three of these guys are gone, like just in a span of a few months. And we're not even halfway through the year. Hopefully, man, want to slow down, bro. Slow it down. That's right, Prince Marky D. Yeah, I didn't know Prince Marky D either, but yeah, Prince Marky D from the Boys died. Yeah, New York been getting rocked, man. New York has been getting rocked this year hard. What's up, John Kennedy? Marvin Hagler, yep. My boxing hero, one of my boxing heroes, Hagler, one of the best to ever do it. That caught me off guard. That took the wind out of me. That really caught me off guard because Hagler was a very healthy person. I didn't even know he had any type of health issues. For him to just look up and he's dead, that threw me off. Sir Rhonda Gregory, Vernon Smart, 510 Fitness in the building. Got to give a shout out to the people getting us in shape, helping us stretch it out, get healthy. Live longer. That's the key, not just to live longer, but to live longer, a longer, healthier life. You don't want to just be old and just decrepit, just people take it, you gotta be dependent on people, can't drive, need help getting out of the bed, at the doctor's office 4 times a week. You don't want that. You want that healthy age, that healthy elderly age. That's what you want. You want to be like 80 and still think you got it. Yeah, that's that type of age you want. What's up, Be Real? Latoya Young. What's up, Latoya? Vernon Smart. Moderation, my man, moderation. Claudia Bennett. Man, I'd destroy Jake Paul in a boxing match, but they're gonna have to pay me. You can't give me no few $100,000 to fight. You're gonna have to pay me for real. I can't believe Nate. I think they said Nate only made somebody said like $150 million or $150,000 or something. Shh. Nah. I ain't getting in no ring for somebody else's and own entertainment. They would love to see me get dropped. Hell no. I go in there. Well, I ain't gonna say what I do, but yeah, I'd do it. I definitely would fight him, and I'd whoop him. But they're gonna have to give me some millions. And I don't think he's made $1 million yet fighting. Not from his purse. He hasn't made $1 million off the purse yet. So, yeah. They're not going to let him fight somebody like me. They're not going to put him in the ring with somebody who can give it to him. They're trying to build his record up. So they're going to put him in there with some cab drivers and toilet cleaners. They're not going to put him in there with somebody who can really bring it to him. They set it up just right. They fixing it. They matchmaking. They're actually making the matches to make sure that every fight end in a knockout for him. Now, the thing about boxing is at some point, you're going to have to fight somebody who can draw. You have to fight somebody. I suspect that for him, that number would come around maybe the 17th, 18th fight. Typically that happens in the 20, by the time you get in your 20 fights, 20 plus fights. Typically you got to fight. Now you got to really fight somebody. But I think they're going to run this a little longer because first and foremost, he's not hurting for cash. I mean, not that they're going to run it long. I'm saying that they may get to him. He may get to the money faster because he's already a millionaire. So he has a lot of success already. He can command a lot more money, and he's fighting. He's coming out the gate in the limelight. So coming out the gate in the limelight like that, you'll probably get to, people gonna get tired of seeing him fighting nobodies and dudes coming out fat, sloppy, or little bitty dudes, like Like Nate was a small dude. So to see him fighting somebody that small, people gonna get tired of that. They're gonna want to see a real fight. They're gonna pay their money to see a real fight. You got to fight somebody that with the odds ain't gonna be like in his favor. Because I was born and raised during the early 70s. I was blessed to witness the genius of hip hop. To see our legends go is heartbreaking, but thankful for the music they left us with. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you, Brooklyn. Yeah, you know, for me, it's still weird to me. And I know, you know, hip hop is getting up there. A lot of guys that were at the beginning are in their 50s and 60s. And so we're at that stage where, you know, we're gonna start seeing more death. But it's just weird because hip hop, even so, you still think of hip hop as a youthful genre, genre of music. You think of it as a youthful sport. So even though guys like in their 50s and 60s, you know, most guys in hip hop still dress hip, you know, they still got that youthful type spirit, right? And they dress youthful. So to see them die, you know, like our 50 years old and 60 years old ain't like our mothers and fathers, you know, like most, when people was 50s and 60s, when we were growing up, they looked old as hell. You know, 50-year-old or 60-year-old now, you know, oftentimes look like they're in their 30s or 40s or something, sometimes 20s. So I think that's a testament to people like eating more healthier, living healthier lifestyles. You know, many people are living a healthier lifestyle and they're working out, you know, they're eating better. You know, so we finally got to that type of, gotten to that type of level where we start to be more health conscious. That's a good thing. Fam, show some love for the newest member to the Willie D Live channel, James Threadgill. Show love, fam. Make them feel welcome. Ray the Barber coming through on the Cash App. The secret is to win. Jason coming through on the Cash App. What's up, Jay? Veronica Barnes. What's up, Veronica? Yeah, 50 and 60 really is young. That is really young to die. Yeah. So boy crazy Stacy says, my grandparents died in their 50s. Neither made it to 55. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Let me count mine. So my maternal grandmother died at 54. My paternal grandmother died at 65. My maternal maternal grandfather died at 49, and my paternal grandfather died at I think he was about 50. Yeah, they died young. Even 65 is young, but And the trip part about it, when I think about my grandmother, my dad's mother, she was 65 when she died. She was 65, with no disrespect, but she looked a lot older than 65. But what a sweet woman. Loved her to death. She always treated me kind. That's the thing that I remember about her. She never, ever, ever lifted a hand to hit me. She always treated me kind. And she was just a nice lady. That's what I remember about her. DJ, what up? Gail Jones. What's up, Latoya Young? Carl Simmons coming through on the cash app. What's up, Carl? And R. DJ. What up, DJ? Rochelle P. Fifth Ward homegirl here. What's up, Rochelle? Fifth Ward in the building. Fifth Ward, check in. Okay, fam. A few more shout outs and then I'll shut it down. I hate packing. I gotta get on a plane and go to New York. Red eye. Hate packing. I always pack at the last minute. But you know what's worse than packing? Unpacking. When you're packing, you can just throw everything in the bag. Just, When you're unpacking, you got to put everything where it goes, you know? You got to be, stuff need to be hung up, folded, whatever, you know? A lady 747. What's up? I try. Malik Smith. Fire Blaze. Okay, fam. I think that's it. Damn. Man, my dude gone. It's a cycle of life, fam. You know, that's just how it is, you know. We all got to go that way. Everybody got to check out here at some point. And well, it's like they say, man, boy, death comes like a thief in the night. The legend is gone, but never forgotten. Rest in power, DMX. Till next time, fam, y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. Till next time, no more talk.